What's good, YouTube land? Today we're talking about another ring set 04. But to talk about that, we also have to talk about this, the Taiga Triblade. And I'm just going to throw it in because why not? The Plasma Zero bracelet. We're going to do all three in one video. I just have to remind myself of something. So the ring set contains, instead of two Ultraman rings and a Kaiju, or two Ultraman bracelets and a Kaiju ring, you've got one Ultraman bracelet and two Kaiju rings. I forgot my big rings. Hold on. Should only take a couple seconds. Where is a big one? There's a big one. Which is what she said. Alright. So the two Kaiju, why I put quotes, because it's the Tri-Squad ring. It's not based on any previous Ultraman. It kind of, well, in canon, in the show, I forget how it's formed, but it basically unites the powers of Taiga, Titus, and Fuma, and actually it summons the Triblade, which allows Taiga to access his final form, Tristorium. And just the Plasma Zero bracelet is a power I think only his Tristorium form can use. The two Kaiju rings are the Gigadelos, however you want to pronounce it, ring. This one. And I just have to do this to remind myself of the names, because they don't put the English names anywhere on the box. So it's a Tri-Squad bracelet, I believe it was. The Gigadelos ring. Delos, like Delos. And the Goro Thunder ring. So let's get it open. And as on the top, you have the three, along a picture of a Tristorium. Along the front, you also have Tristorium, the two rings right here. On the back, you can see the Gigadelos ring is actually used, I think, only by Photon Earth to create the Delos illusion, because a lot of Ultramen get sort of illusionary powers. So just like the last time, you've got a bubble wrapped bag. You have the instructions on ring size. Sad Pac-Man. On this side, you have Tristorium with the three Ultras, Taiga, Titus, and Fuma. And on there, you have the two Kaiju that the rings are made from. Open the tape. Let's go. I guess we'll do the Kaiju rings first. I'll just get them all out. Bracelet put off to the side slightly for a second. And let's start, if I can get the bubble wrap off, with Gigadelos. I like the look of this one. It's a lot of detail, but what stands out is the black helmet with wing or fins on the side, the red eyes. I think they're in the show they looked more orange, but the toy looks a bit more red on the red to orange scale. It's got a blue light, and the Goro Thunder ring is a bold design with those two little. I don't want to say little, but those two round things right here, whatever they are. I'm not familiar with Goro Thunder very much. I'm not very familiar. And its attack is the apparently the Thunder Spark. I'm watching a video to help myself remember. So let's let's do this. Come on, get on there properly. Ah, there we go. All right, have to do this. Yeah, nice deep blue light. I appreciate the fact that they have both pale blue, like a lighter blue, and a more deeper, more regular blue. But, yep, you get a Gigadelos ring, engage, and the other one, where did I put? Oh God, it's a nightmare to try and get off this. I do like the red bull face. There we go. Yeah. So that's get off. That's it for the two rings. You get one sound each. And let's talk about the Tri-Squad bracelet. It's got their three symbols on it. Obviously, Taiga's is the big circle in the middle, and Fuma's is the small circle, and Titus is the star, obviously. It's also got a look of a bit of a flame decal with that red up top and the red symbol. So let's get this on. Oh. Huh. So you get all the colors of the that are available in here, along with that Tri-Squad and Miracle summons. As I said before, this his final weapon allows him to access the final form. You see a picture of it there with Tristorium next to it, Tristorium holding it, how you're supposed to play with it. And you never see this ring again, I believe. Once he has the sword, he never needs the ring again. The bracelet, excuse me. I don't know why I keep calling it a ring when it's a bracelet. Picture of him pointing the sword. Another picture, the same picture of him holding the sword. I still like the fact that he's got that cheeky smile. Because apparently Ultraman can move their mouth, although it's always kind of awkward just due to the fact that it's a suit and trying to move it is not the easiest from what I've seen. And all the functionality of the toy. On the bottom, Sad Pack Man. Sad Pack Ultraman. That's so open up. You get this thing again, as we're used to by now. Inside is the blade, nothing else. So this is the Tri-Storium blade. And I do like the design. I'm not going to complain that it's small, because it's toys designed for children. And it's not quite as big as the one the actor uses in the show. It's pretty damn close to this size. And he does normally hold it in this hand. On the back, there's some nice molding for the three Ultraman symbols. And there's a slight bit of difference between Taiga's circle or spear and Fuma's. Like they're slightly different. And one thing I question: what part is actually the blade? Now, according to Bandai Soft Plastic, the red fiery bit would be the blade. But then again, that is very small. Now, being the sword is generally the size of a building, that's not that big a deal in the show, but unless this whole thing is the blade, then what are these the blades? I don't know what's technically the proper blade. I haven't watched Taiga yet. I haven't found very much of it with English subtitles. So I don't know how he uses it as a blade. I know he shoots because his main final attack, the Tristorium blaster, comes out of the tip of the blade. But you also have this bit, which very much like the Shinkenger. I forget what the spin sword was called in Japan. I can't remember now. Hold on, 2 seconds. No, big fingers. Trying to type fast. Trying to type fast. I think it was the Shinken Maru, actually. If memory serves, I think Shinken. Oh yeah, the Shinken Maru. So very much like the Shinken I guess in the spirit of the Shinken Maru, this part spins. But unlike the Shinken Maru, this also lights up, as you'll see in a second. The on-off switch is right there. There's also a button right down here, a little bit of red. Battery pack right here takes 3 AAA batteries and light up. Actually, it doesn't light up right away. So to activate the first sound, because there are 5 sounds in this, you have to press the button and then spin this to activate the transformation. So, also, just to show you the trigger, right here, you get 2 sound effects. I also didn't mention there's a nice little bit of blue right here, but so you have to press the button, spin it, and then press the trigger. And I can't remember his actual transformation call. Oh, something about come out. Someone, I forget the. So I'm guessing something about the power of friendship and. Buddy, go! So that's a. You can. I think you can do it again by holding down the button. I think it's the same noise, but like all the noises in this thing sound very similar, so it's hard to tell them apart. But if you hold it and spin it, oh, I pressed the trigger. Whoops. You also get the light up here. Yes, it for some reason I get Olympic torch vibes from this thing. And now that actually the blade will light up. But you still only get those 2 sound effects. So, button. We're going to do this 4 times, so. You have to hit the button and spin it every single time. And just to show you, there's nothing to scan on this toy. Nothing. Three. Oh, and the speaker is right here. Yeah, the main way you can tell the difference between which one is obviously if you press the button, the sound gets higher and higher and higher, but also the color light is different. Like 3 times is a blue light, 2 times is a yellow light, 4 times. And it stays at 4 times. 4 is the max. And you get your Tri-Storium Blaster shooting a laser beam out of the sword. So that's actually it for this toy. There's nothing else to go into. I like it, but I can see it being an easy skip. My nitpicks, the sounds are so similar from 1 to 4 and the transformation. I wish they had, like, the transformation say, at the end of it, Ultraman, Taiga, Tri-Storium, and then each of the attacks had, like, a name. Like, I wish there was a voice. Shut up, you. Just because the sounds are so similar, it's really hard to tell them apart. I wish they had that little thing, like, that little speech at the end to say which one is which, just to make it a bit clearer. But other than that, I like the toy, but yeah, I can see it being an easy skip for people because it doesn't play at all with the play pattern of Taiga. It doesn't interact with this. So unfortunately, I can see it being an easy skip, but I like it. I like the spinning. It's kind of it's a neat function. It unfortunately has less functionality than the other final weapon I've looked at so far, the King Sword. And, yeah, it's still also in the realm of Ultraman toys. It is fairly cheap, probably going around $15. If you find it, I'd say while it doesn't have a lot of sounds, you're still gonna get some satisfaction out of the transformation and the 4 attacks and swinging it around. So it's kind of worth it. But then again, if you're limited on cash, it might be easily skippable. So that is the sword, and I have it sitting right here. But the other thing we're going to talk about in this video is the Plasma Zero bracelet. The only thing I'm missing from the Taiga toy line is bracelet or accessory set 1, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm actually going to get that. So this at the moment is the only other toy I have right now for Taiga, and this is by far my favorite bracelet. No comparison really. You see there, because it's the power of Ultraman Zero, he's on the package. It shows you the bracelet itself. a picture of Ultraman Zero right there, picture of Ultraman Taiga, Tristodium right there, same on the front, although Zero's back here kind of fading away. And on the back, it shows you what it can do, where the batteries are. So this is the Plasma Zero bracelet, or hilariously mistranslated on certain places. Like if you go on Mandarake, search up Ultraman Taiga, you'll find this named the DX Plasma Zero toilet, and you'll find these are also named toilet, like toilet set or whatever. But yeah, it's the biggest one because Ultraman Zero is just that much of a fan favorite over there, over in Japan. That his bracelet, here's a size comparison for, here's Orb's bracelet compared to Zero's bracelet. Yeah, Zero gets special treatment. Also, it's my favorite because it actually has a strap, like this, as opposed to these pain in the ass things. So just put it on. So now I have the power of 2 strap-on bracelets. Because this is technically... Oh, come on. Stop. It loves to do... Because it's 3 buttons spring-loaded, it loves to go further. But design-wise, it does very much look like a Zero's Ultimate bracelet, which I believe is on purpose. It's probably directly homaging his bracelet. His the thing that allows him to transport between dimensions, basically, and summon a wicked set of armor when he needs to form Ultimate Zero. And no, we're not playing Mega Man. Yeah, it's got a little bit of blue, mostly gray on the top and red. Unfortunately, there is nothing to turn this off. Once you pull the little one of these things are used in a lot of toys to mute the sounds because they press into something. There is no way to turn this off. It takes 3 LR44 watch batteries, which are right in the in the red panel, under the strap. So you have to, when you want to change batteries, you have to take out the strap. Right there, you have to push in that little indent there. There's also Sad Pac-Man molded right there to take out the batteries. But within this thing, you have 3 sound effects, and you also have interactivity with this. I'm going to do this faithfully each time. So, oh, as it does like to do that. So, I'll show this. Once you press the button, it opens up and looks like this. That little blue orb is what you interact to scan. As I'll do it again. They're just held in by those little clips right there, which this is the button. So when you press it up, it releases those. And this is the button you activate to get sounds. We'll do that first sound again. His 3. Oh. If you press it once, you just get the attack, the Taiga Emerium Blaster. Which that sound effect does. It sounds like a combination of a monster, a kaiju screaming with like a blade cutting them, like the metal swing. And I'll do the other 2 sound effects quickly, and I'll do it accurately just because I can. You kind of have to hold it in the upward angle for it to not like just go all the way on the hinge. Even then, it's like here. I'll show you. Even if I'm just holding it straight, or if I'm holding it, like hold it like that. Like it is a very powerful release. There's quite a bit of tension there, I guess, and also the sound. The speaker is right there, but I hit it once again. Shut up. Let's do. So press it twice. If the sound effect would stop. And you get the sound effect for his second attack, the wide Taiga shot, which is basically just taking Zero's wide Zero shot, or even his father, or even Zero's father, Ultra Seven's, what's his wide shot? His father's the wide shot, and just putting Taiga in it. There's also a bit of molded in detail there. And as I accidentally did once, if you hold it down, you you get the sound effect for the Taiga Dynamite Blaster. I think it was. He's basically taking his father Taro's Ultra Dynamite, which basically just involves him setting himself on fire and then blowing up. So he's basically a Voltorb, Electrode, any one of those Pokemon that use self-destruct, and just hitting the enemy in basically a giant explosion, which they always somehow survive. Well, the enemy does. The enemy dies. The Ultraman survives, but like, yeah, I think it's Ultra Taiga or was it's either the Ultra Taiga Dynamite or the Ultra Dynamite Blaster. Let me excuse me again. Oh, and the sword was actually the Tristorium Burst, not Tristorium Burst. So I'm looking at the sword prop, and I'm trying to see how much of it is actually blade. Where is the plasma? Oh, Oh, I'm in the wrong video. Yeah, bracelet finishers. Okay, it's the Taiga Dynamite Shoot. Okay, that's its proper name. Taiga Dynamite Shoot. Dynamite or Shooter! I was, yeah, I couldn't get it. But yeah, that's everything in this. My nitpick again with the sword, the same as the sword. There are no voice indicators saying which attack you're using. I wish there was like maybe we got either Taiga's voice or Ultraman Zero's voice to say like, no, I'd prefer Taiga to say like, well, which finisher attack he's using, because the sound effects for for American Blaster and Wide Taiga Shot sound very similar. Again, my problem with the sword, the sound effects sound too similar. But yeah, otherwise, I highly recommend this. Oh yeah, the accessory set for. It's the easiest one to skip on because you don't really need the miracle ring, the tri squad ring. But I still wouldn't skip on it because it's a good, cool sound effect, and you get two kaiju rings, two awesome looking kaiju rings. And unfortunately, the the sword, my thoughts still stand. But that's everything else that I have for Ultraman Taiga. That's pretty much the full toy line, at least in the DX line. I could get some Gashapon rings. I might get some Gashapon rings. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. It won't be anytime soon, most likely until I go back to like start getting a job and a regular income again. But yeah, recommend the bracelet. If you're going for the toy line, just going for the bracelets. It has more. It has sounds in it. Well, it unfortunately still only has one sound in this. I still think it's worth it because if you get a cool little action pressing the button with the things popping up, and you get 3 sound effects. However, if you want a slightly different style of video about this thing, something that's more parody style, maybe there might be a video on this channel. There might be even a link somewhere that might take you to that video. Who knows? But what I do know is that what do I know? Oh yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Feel free if you're looking for that other video to also hit that subscribe button somewhere. It's probably down there. But yeah, it would be very it would be very appreciated if you hit that subscribe. And until next time, keep it weird. Bye.